99% of people are practically brain dead. They cling to a description of themselves, a role they play, and spend their lives trying to imitate it, instead of being authentic and real. The truth is, everyone, including you, is an actor. You're shaped by a memory bank of experiences and moments, and those define who you think you are. And because of that, you're unconscious. But here's the thing, there's a way out. If you're watching this, you're probably into self-improvement. You've been trying to level up your life, get girls, money, and improve your mental health. You watch these videos, you see progress, but then you fall flat on your ass. Next thing you know, you're back here, watching another video on how to quit your addictions. You might blame your relapses on triggers that you saw or just some things you couldn't avoid. But the real problem is your ego. You identify as your problem. You identify as a gooner. You label yourself as a loser. The issue here is your brain, okay? Let's say you fab a lot. You reinforce the belief that this is who you are. You unconsciously manifest the worst because you attach your identity to your actions. But I'm going to show you how to stop. The moment you detach yourself from your mind and stop identifying with the preconceived notions of who you are, you instantly put yourself ahead of the competition. Your growth curve becomes exponentially steeper than everyone else around you. Let's say you did something you're not proud of. If you identify with that action, if you let it define you, then you're done. How do you know you identified with it? It's simple. You beat yourself up over it. Are you still obsessing over something you did yesterday or this morning? If you are, then you're identifying with it. It becomes you. You make the problem a part of yourself. So much so that if you got rid of it, it would feel like losing a part of your identity because you made it your identity. You might be thinking that this is who I am. If I wasn't this person, I wouldn't be doing this thing. Listen, if you're experiencing depressive symptoms and keep telling yourself, I'm depressed, all you're doing is digging your own grave, laying in it, and then covering yourself up. Why would you slap a label on yourself that doesn't suit your purpose? I'm not going to tell you to stand in front of a mirror and chant these Sigma quotes like, I'm a king and I deserve this or that, because the truth is, you only deserve what you're truly worth. So with all of this, how do you fix this problem? I can keep telling you to unidentify with this or that, but it's pointless if you don't even know when you're doing it. Doing what exactly? Attaching yourself to an argument, an idea, or a belief. And before I get to the solution, I like to mention, I make these videos on ascending to your untapped potential all the time. So if you wish to improve, hit the subscribe along with that bell so you never miss an upload. So like I was saying, the solution to attachment is detachment. It's really that simple. The way to achieve detachment is through consciousness and presence. That's all there is. When you detach, you become present, and when you're attached, you're absent. To detach, start by being introspective without judgment. Observe when you're strongly defending an argument or getting emotionally charged about something. Notice your need to be right, but don't judge, just observe, because the moment you start judging, you're making the same mistake. You ever wonder why you can't win an argument with a moron, or why some people get physical when their beliefs are challenged, or when they lose an argument? Think about how pointless it is trying to convey your feelings to your parents. The problem with them is they become what they believe. Their identity is so tied to their opinions that they refuse to adapt no matter how much the world changes around them. Even when you win an argument, no matter how right you are, you still hurt the other person's ego. Their ego is their sense of self, and their sense of self is tied to their argument or belief. So if you defeat their argument, they feel defeated. To the ego, this isn't a loss, it's death. This is why egos are so fragile and why you need to detach yourself from yours. So if you made a mistake this morning and you're still beating yourself up over it, you're turning that mistake into your sense of self. And when that mistake becomes your identity, you can't grow. You can't ascend. So observe your need to attach yourself to whatever mistake or sin you've committed, and you'll see it'll just begin to dissolve. When you make a conscious effort to detach from something, that something will fade. That attachment will fade. It's because attachment happens unconsciously, and to counter that, you need to consciously realize what's going on in your brain. Shine light on the darkness and it disappears. Shine consciousness on the garbage that happens unconsciously and it disappears. It's really that simple. But just being present won't fix all your problems. It's a tool, a powerful one, and it makes life challenges feel effortless. But when you pair presence with a simple 3-step protocol, you can break free from the chains of your worst habits, shedding the weight that's been holding you down and stepping into the life you're meant to live. Watch this video where I explain how, and I'll see you there.